My comments have been inundated with he won't use a controller overlay because he's macroing. Videos have been making the rounds accusing me with quite literally zero evidence. Could you do a breakdown bit of how you bounce like that? There's honestly not much to it.
I'm 100% sure.
Bro, do you want it that bad, man? Dude, I actually want to give it to him. If I play this game on console, I can bounce like 80 or 95% as well. Do you want to bet?
So about a week ago, I posted a thread calling out one of the biggest Gears content creators on TikTok, Snubbbs, for using a macro in order to wall bounce at inhuman speeds. I was spectating him on my own team, and I saw him clearly bouncing in a way that I know requires a macro in order to pull off. And upon seeing this impossible movement, I confronted him about it in game chat. Here's a look at how that went.
That's the real Chxse? Nah, what a clown. That is some like max clown shit, honestly. What is even going on? I don't know, this like random fucking Chxse account that might be the real Chxse is like talking shit to me for no reason.
So I told him I was going to expose him, and he laughed and said, "Go right ahead and try. You go ahead and you're gonna make yourself look like a fool." So with his own approval, I went ahead and tweeted it out and went live with the title, "Snubbbs is a cheater who uses macro to wall bounce." And a few minutes into my stream, my chat actually starts blowing up, "Yo, Chxse, Snubbbs is actually live on TikTok right now." So I went into his stream, hopped in his chat, and confronted him right there. And that's when we hit the overlay conversation.
Where's the overlay proving? That's the thing. I don't care about proving you wrong. I don't care if people think I have macros. So like a lot of people think I have macros already, and I don't care. No one in UE is bouncing that fast. I refuse to believe. You guys have to understand that I play against people every day with better bounces than me.
But he doesn't care. Just so you know, he doesn't care if you think he's cheating.
First off, there's no way anybody would trust that, obviously. Like, what?
If I give you the money first, will you do it? His brain is scrambling right now to come up with some excuse to say no to this. Look at this. Look at this. What is he? His brain is...
Oh, my teammates are trolling me, man.
His brain is arrowing out, bro.
If I give you the money
malfunctioning.
first, no, man, I don't want your money. Like, you're not listening to me on this. Like, I had a very
Still said no! That's crazy! He still refused. And at this point, even his own chat was like, "Really? Like, yo, dude, this man just offered you $100? I think that caught even his own chat by surprise.
Bro, do you want it that bad, man? Dude, I actually want to give it to him.
Yo, his viewers see this, right?
I'm on their side, man.
Someone's offering him $200. He's not going to use the overlay right now. He's not going to do it. So I said $500 money up front. And that's when he hit me with, it's out of principle. By the way, he's already read it.
Chxse, I am not taking your money because this is a matter of principle.
A matter of
and
principle?
Also,
what?
Privately, I can explain something to you about why what you're telling me to do is stupid.
Let that sink in. He's being accused of cheating, accused of using macros. And instead of just showing inputs and clearing it up right here on the spot, he's making it seem like he's the one being wronged. Like enabling an overlay would somehow compromise his values. Bro, it's a controller overlay. It's not a wiretap. You're not being interrogated. You're being asked to prove that your movement is real. And Snubbbs, being the experienced liar and manipulator that he is, attempts to gaslight me by telling me that I don't even really believe myself that he's cheating.
Like, Chxse, I don't think that you think I have macros. I think you're pissed off because you were calling that guy host and I was making fun of you.
And Snubbbs is correct that I don't just believe that he's cheating. I know that he's cheating. Okay, so Snubbbs doesn't care if you think he's cheating, and he's not going to put on an overlay. But some of the comments saying that he can't move the same on console for a reason clearly got under his skin, and he decided to attempt to prove people wrong about this and hopped on console. The gameplay sort of speaks for itself. Take a look.
Alright, I did like a clip like this. Is this the same movement that I do on PC? No. But The walls are stickier.
Oh, bro.
We lost. We did not get pro. We lost our last game. If I was like good at this game though, like
Oh my god.
nah, trying to get the fucking like bro, trying to get the thing right. All right, I give up. All right. No. That's all I'm doing, man. I am not the fucking court jester over here.
All right, so I just joined Snub's Discord. He has a link to join his Discord, like, right on his Twitter, so went ahead and just joined it and posted a link to the trailer of the expose, the one that you're watching right now. And this was kind of interesting. If you search my name in here, you know, people have told me that I'm basically Voldemort in here. But I have been mentioned a few times, so let's see. Chxse just comes off as desperate. Desperation is never a good look, regardless of if you're right or wrong. Just let it go. Dude, I keep seeing this guy, this SportsCenter guy talking about me in, like, random places. I actually think this dude has, like, sweaty fever dreams about me. Like, oh, Chxse OP, oh! Like, dude, relax, dude. You can live your life, bro. I'm living rent-free in that guy's head. All right. What else we got? Oh, dude, look at this. March 22nd, all right? The problem is that Chxse is retarded. Like, unironically, that's the problem. And you have, like, the biggest platform for Gears of War on TikTok. It's, like, the most irresponsible, like, shitty thing that I've ever seen from a Gears content creator. Incredible. Okay, anyways, so I'm going to go ahead and leave this Discord because I know they don't want me in here, but I thought this was pretty entertaining stuff, so. Okay, so I want to get into his response video and debunk some of the stupid things he said in there. But before we get to that, I want to show you first, this was the original clip that I uploaded to Twitter claiming was clearly a macro clip, right? And something that Snubs kept saying was that it was because this clip was 30 FPS that the gameplay looks faster than it actually is. So I used AI and video interpolation to increase the FPS from 30 all the way to 120. And for you guys, it's still only going to be 60, but that's still double the original frame rate. And so I'll let you guys make up your own minds on whether or not you think that it looks slower now somehow by making it smoother. Okay, I want to throw this in here right before we get into his actual response. This is me putting on a macro so I can show you in the exact same spot what his gameplay would have looked like if he did turn on his controller overlay for that clip.
The fuck? That's fucking stupid. Dude, if you saw what your character looks like, bro.
Yeah, I can't even do it, bro. I can't even control this shit. But anyways, so now I'm going to get into his actual response video.
I like to make history videos, balance and game mode suggestions, rage baity videos, and sometimes tutorials. But I've never made a wall bounce tutorial because I think they fall somewhere in between clickbait and outright scams. Wall bouncing is really simple. You press A, slide to a wall, pull your left stick away from the wall, press A again. There's not really much to it, and in truth, you're limited not by how fast you can spam A, but by how fast you can move the left joystick. The best trick to bouncing faster is just make your left stick more sensitive. Mine is like 300% more sensitive than normal.
Okay, so let's talk about his response. So he says that wall bounce tutorials are basically a scam and that it's really all about stick sensitivity. He says his left stick is 300% more sensitive than normal and that's how he wall bounces like that. Yeah, cool story, but that's not how this works. You can't just tweak your stick sensitivity and then suddenly move like you have a macro. Stick sensitivity might be able to help you a little bit. It doesn't create perfect spacing and frame perfect movement, pressing A at the exact right perfect frame so that you can bounce from one wall to the next. It doesn't give you inhuman reaction times. And I just want to point out in his TikTok response clip, he does have an overlay on here, but his movement looks normal. Not robotic, cracked out, frame perfect bounces, just normal. Like a real person playing the game. And that's exactly the point. The whole point of a macro is that instead of it taking 2 days, like it did Snubs here, to get a clip that's even worth comparing to the macro clip, you hit it the first time. No warm up, no timing, no risk of messing up, just load it up and bounce like a god on command. So yeah, in this video, maybe he's not using one, but all that shows is when he isn't using a macro, his movement suddenly looks human. Exactly what we've been saying from the start. And that's why I pushed so hard for him to do it live on stream with a controller overlay. No prep time, no second takes. Because if you can really move like that, then you should be able to do it on demand, just like the rest of us do. Doing it off stream 2 days later in a polished response video, it's not proof, it's theater. All right, and with that, let's go ahead and continue.
About 5 days now, my comments have been inundated with he won't use a controller overlay because he's macroing. Videos have been making the rounds accusing me with quite literally zero evidence other than clips that were recorded by me on my own stream, posted by me to this very account. It would seem that quite a lot of people...
Okay, just to clarify, no one is accusing Snubs here of using gameplay that's from somebody else. He says there's zero evidence except for clips that he uploaded himself. Exactly, that is the evidence. You posted it. You exposed yourself. All right, let's continue.
Have jumped headfirst wholeheartedly onto this. Large creators, small creators, their followers coming along for the ride. It's like they want me gone. But if that's what they wanted, all they had to do was wait. You see, for the past year, I've been planning a trip to Europe, and I leave August 3rd. I'm going to be gone for about a month and a half, and I'm not uploading Gal while I'm away. It's going to be travel videos. There were periods of...
So then he pivots. He's saying that people are trying to cancel him and says that he's going to Europe in a month anyway. So the Europe thing aside, that really is like a non sequitur. Bro, this isn't about cancellation. This is about being honest with your viewers and with the community and about transparency. You can go to Europe, that's fine, but the macros don't get to stay behind and pretend like nothing happened. So here's what makes the Snubs situation even harder to watch. Snubs is actually talented. He's actually good at the game, and he makes genuinely good content. He's not some bot who needs to cheat in order to compete. He's got legit game sense. But here's the thing. When you've got a big platform, the pressure builds. You get used to being the guy that everybody hypes up, and then you feel this pressure to play perfectly every game, every clip. But that's when people start justifying little shortcuts. Maybe you add a turbo to make the bounces cleaner. Maybe you say everyone else is doing it. Maybe you think it's just for content, no one will notice. But those little shortcuts have consequences. And when the lies catch up, it affects everyone. Your fans, your credibility, the game itself. If Snubs had just come clean, or even just addressed it honestly, we might not even be here. This didn't have to be a takedown. But the moment you fake it, the moment you pretend you're doing something godlike that no one else can replicate, and then you build clout off that, that's where the respect gets lost. So here's the part where I want to just step back from the drama a bit and talk creator to creator and player to player. Why even expose this? Why go through the length of making a full video calling somebody out? It's simple. It's because I care about this game. I've been playing Gears since I was a kid, since I was 10 years old. Launch day 2006. I've poured countless hours into perfecting my movement, building montages, scrimming with friends, playing ranked matches for years. And I'm not alone. Thousands of us have built this scene with nothing but passion and grind. And when somebody cheats, especially somebody with a big platform like Snubs, it hurts all of us. It's not about ego or proving one player is better than the other. This is about protecting the integrity of something that we've all helped build. If we let fake movement pass as real, it undermines what makes Gears Gears. This scene has always been small but tight. We don't need more clout chasers. We need people who respect the game. Look, nobody's perfect. We've all had moments that we're not proud of. In the Gears community, we don't care if you're the flashiest. We care if you're real, if you earned your stripes, if you humble yourself, if you respect the grind. And here's the thing a lot of people don't realize. I've seen the comments, right? Snubs, you keep saying that people want you gone, but that's not true. There's a huge community that enjoys your other content. They like the history breakdowns, the game mode discussions, the way you break down complicated ideas in a digestible way. That's your real strength. No one's asking for perfect bounce clips. They're asking for insight, humor, and passion. And you already bring that. You don't need macros to matter. You don't need to have godlike movement, perfect bounce timing in order to make an impact. You just need to be honest about what you bring to the table and bring it fully. If you leaned into what people actually value you for, you could come back way stronger. Not because of movement clips, but because of authenticity. I would like to end this video with my final message to the Gao community. This isn't about drama. This is about standards. If we care about the health of this game, we can't stay quiet when stuff like this happens. Cheating doesn't just hurt competition. It hurts trust. It breaks down what little foundation we have left in a game that's already been through enough. So yeah, some people might not care that Snubs is cheating, but we should care. Because once cheating becomes normal, the game that we love slowly stops being worth loving. I imagine Snubs will respond to this video soon in some way, and I can only hope that when he does so honestly. But if not, that's on him. That's all I have to say on this, and hopefully it's the end of the discussion. So that's going to do for this video. Thanks for watching, and take care.